10.
And together.
You got to work tomorrow?
Me? Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
Look at that, me. I work from home, man. And we're live.
That is the best. You come into the show is the best out of anybody I know. It's just, man, guess what, guys?
I like to try and catch people saying something that's a bit fucking juicy or something, but it's not really happened yet. You know what I mean?
No, I'm trying to be PC because I didn't want to go off and do something and say something foolish or rash or mean.
Wait a minute. PC. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a struggle on this end too.
So
you want to bet $20 who lasts 3 minutes?
Yeah.
3 minutes? What are we talking about here? Going PC or something else?
I'm trying to be nice. 30 seconds. Let's see.
Okay, so Drew's out. He already made a masturbation joke.
I was gonna say Drew can't make it 3 seconds.
Nope. Usually, let's be honest, usually the first word I say on these shows is cunt, so I did quite well tonight. It's taken 2 sentences to get there.
That's true. You're on your best behavior.
Can I just ask before we go here? We're just going to be asked questions from the audience. That's it.
And you can pretty much bring up any topic you want.
Okay.
It's basically just a fuck about. So if everyone just introduces the show, we'll kick this off.
Jeez, I feel like I'm doing my own show.
For real.
Who wants to go first?
Pretty much a fuck about.
Well, how about the new guy goes first?
Okay. Don't mind if I do. I think this is my second time back on the Haver. I'm Steve, or Sandwich, however you know me, from the Ranting and Raving podcast. We yell about movies, music, and sports, and just generally like to have a good time. So if you like me, come join the show.
And the
That's
awkward
a segue
silence
for someone else to go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, listen, I'm not shy. Hey, everybody. My name is DK, says it right there. I'm from the show Cave Crew Radio at cavecrewradio.com. I'm the Canadian in the group. It's my first time on the show. I didn't even know we were live shows, so shows you how much I know. Now, I do believe I hear Bogota, Colombia calling.
Yeah, Bogota's calling me. Hey, everybody, you know me. I'm CJ Ripka. By now, you think I'm probably a co-host of this show. But my show is Grit and Grace TV with Lynn Brunette. On Thursday nights, we have such a great time talking about whatever it is that nobody else likes to talk about because we're just boring like that. No, actually, it's a really good show, and we have a lot of fun doing it.
Cool.
Can I ask you a question, or I don't want to start too early?
Yeah, that's a question.
But, Chris and I have done a fair amount of... What happened to all the furniture you used to have in the back there? Like, you used to have all those big spotlights in the desk that said World News and...
Yeah, my studio started on fire one day, and I haven't got it back together yet.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
It still looks better in my studio, so,
At least you have a studio.
Yeah.
That's why you shouldn't smoke and pod at the same time, I suppose. There's a message for the kids.
No, you shouldn't leave your studio lights on while you go out of town for the weekend. It burned up.
Oh, damn.
I was going to say, they shouldn't smoke. What they should do is just go straight to smack.
Right.
That's the message. Your kids, cut out all the smoking. It's really bad for you. Just, shoot up. Fuck it. You're going to have a shit life anyway.
Yeah.
So, might as well die young.
Let me see if I can find out those glass dicks. Wow. Now CJ's family is a bunch of smackheads, so
I'm not so worried about the smack, but tell us more about the prune juice.
Well, I didn't have any alcohol, so I raided my wife's refrigerator, and all she's got is this Mike's Hard Lemonade. It's a little bit tart, but I think it'll do the trick. So I actually tried to hide it in a cup so nobody would realize that I'm just being a pussy and drinking women's drinks, but whatever.
At least, you know what? I got to give you credit. There's no ice cubes in that glass.
Right. There is no ice cubes.
And they probably add a half a can of 7-Up or something with it too, right?
No, it's usually half a can
half
a bottle of vodka.
The girls.
Yeah, no, they usually add vodka to it. They're a little bit more hard than I am. I just do beer.
I normally have rubbing alcohol, but beer for me today.
Didn't have Brent to strain it through tonight.
It's Monday. You know, we're not close to the weekend yet.
As Chris knows, I usually have whiskey and then puke in a bin on camera. So
Grabbing a pail.
So, first question of the night. It's from a regular. You'll probably be able to guess who it was if you know the regulars. Fuck, marry, kill, the Sarlacc Pit, Kellyanne Conway, or Kim Jong-un.
Wow.
Hey, wait a minute. So we're playing kill, murder, fuck?
Fuck, marry, kill, yeah.
So I got to fuck one of them.
Yeah, apparently.
Can you go through my options again?
Yes, please.
So we have the Sarlacc Pit, which is the thing that swallows up Boba Fett in Return of the Jedi. We have Kellyanne Conway, who's just is the skank that sits on the couch in the White House. And we have Kim Jong-un, who's just like that weird wee Korean guy. So,
well, all three of them can deep throat a Buick. So, like, you know, I think either way you look at it, I think you could be doing all right.
I'm going to pop out Kim Jong-un's eyes and skull fuck him. The other two, I don't know. I probably marry the one that swallowed me because that's basically what happened 18 years ago. No, guys, I was serious.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's what's funny about it. Holy hell. You know,
who said romance was dead, eh?
Yeah. Now we have to try to follow that, is what you're telling me?
That's just not possible. You know, they say don't give them all the D, otherwise that's the one that you get. You gave her all the D. It's just
yeah. Yeah. Leave it up to your imagination, kids. Next question, please.
We don't fucking have to because you've already said it out loud.
There's no imagination needed.
Is it time for a break yet?
But the way I'm seeing it is I'm going to have to kill Kim Jong-un because he looks too much like a 10-year-old fat kid.
With a really bad haircut.
Yeah. With a bowl cut. It's like his mom's put a bowl on his head and cut around it. So that one's out. I don't really want to fucking marry or fuck Kellyanne Conway, to be honest, because you don't know what the fuck you catch there.
You know, the Sarlacc
Catch
Pit,
Republican, I suppose.
Sarlacc Pit, though, that would be cool to have in your backyard, to be able to invite all those kids into that are in the neighborhood that just piss you off because they keep walking across your lawn. Yeah, go ahead. You can use my backyard as a sandbox. Go for it. That's just.
I think my answer's going to be that's what I would fuck. So I would just jump in it so I didn't have to do anything else. That's it.
Yeah, you do that last.
It's like those girls that fart while you're lying on top of them, right? Oh, what was that? No, it wasn't her ass.
I think we know Chris's favorite movie is Gran Torino, about all the kids running along the lawn. Hear me out. What if you married Kim Jong-un? Like, wouldn't he set you up real nice in like a big ass castle, give you whatever the hell you wanted?
Can
I'm just saying.
But every time you went to bed, you'd feel like a Catholic priest with that 10-year-old bowl cut.
And he's going to slip you his tuna on a nightly basis.
And
True.
would you look as sexy as Dennis Rodman?
Good point.
Yeah.
Who does?
He's pretty for a big 7-foot black guy.
It's the earrings, I
It's
think.
on
It's the
smack.
earrings.
It's all the years of heroin or whatever he fucking takes in it.
Yeah. I could try to dye my beard the same colors.
Please. Can we have that for next show?
You can turn him on by running your fingers through all the veins that have died on his arm from all the drugs he's taking.
Oh hell.
He's got to find some excitement when his only job on the NBA team was to get rebounds.
Yeah, and he
That was
didn't
just
do it.
right.
He still got paid.
Yeah. And he only went crazy when he started playing with Jordan. So
But he was an all-star once, was he not? I'm not a big basketball guy. Sorry, folks, but
I'm sure he was
an all-star.
And he was all NBA defensive his whole career.
I thought he was.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Rodman's career until he went to the Bulls, but you know, that was a good time to watch basketball. Is that era? Now I don't know exactly how he went from Sarlacc and Kim Jong Un and the woman who sits on the couch in the White House, but Dennis Rodman's always a good topic to bring up because he is probably the most fucked individual in professional sports.
I would have used the word electric.
I would say Tiger Woods has probably been fucked more than him.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, I think
And has done more fucking.
That's
No,
not-
I think he's just been with a lot of women that have fucked him up the arse with his own putter.
Is that why he's got a bad back?
You'd have a bad back if you had a putter rammed right up.
That's how you slip your disc there, folks.
Can we define sport though? Because I mean, earlier in the chat, when I was in that Facebook group with you guys were talking about this diamond, and I wasn't sure if you were talking. Is that like a bull that runs?
That's what you guys would call over there a soccer team. So they're called Adrionians, but their nickname is the Diamonds because they've got like a red diamond on their strip. And they're basically a shite team. But me and the guy that I was talking to support them and have done since we were kids. But they're basically like a shit team. They're in like third tier football in Scotland, and Scottish football's like 10th tier to the rest of Europe. So
they're like the Cleveland Browns.
pretty much.
I was going to go back to basketball, my beloved Brooklyn Nets.
There, you can go there too.
I want to go back to the soccer for a minute. So they're so far down the Premier League, they might as well be on the 9th plane of hell. Is that what you're saying to me?
Pretty much, yeah.
And the Brooklyn Nets, yeah, they're shit. So are the Raptors.
Oh, God. Yeah. At least the Nets didn't pay DeMar DeRozan an obscene amount of money.
Guys, I got to be honest with you, though. The reason I like Chris is because he'll bring up hockey at some point. I just know he will.
I already disclosed I'm not a hockey guy, so you can take that conversation over.
Chris.
Here a question then. If you like him so much, how come he ain't been on your show in fucking ages?
He's been on. We lost every fucking listener we had, but no, I'm just kidding. Actually, we had a ball. And that's, see, I like to have him on, but it's more fun to call a random Chris Rizza. Ripka.
Man, I am totally not paying attention to what the hell you're saying. All I heard is like,
You never do. That's the problem. When we're no, I'm just kidding. No, we have a lot of fun. But Chris, you're a major hockey guy. Like when they go to these weird sports where you tell them there's no skill. I'm not going to do it. I'm Canadian. At least you'll have the guts to do it. Tell them what a sport is. Come on, Chris.
you know, yeah, this where you have to have every single bit of your body in tune with what's going on at all times. It's like fourth dimension type sport. You're on skates. You're not designed. Your body is not designed to be on these two little 1/8-inch blades. It's just not there. The mechanics is not right. Then you got a freaking stick that you're trying to hit a freaking puck, but then they throw a little weird curve at the end of the stick. So you got to, figure out that geometry. It's a fucked sport. That's all there is to it. Oh, and then they don't stop. You know, it's not like they reset the puck. Okay, start here and go there. No, it's just always constantly going. You wear your ass out. You go sit down. Before you even catch your breath, you're back out there again, running, skating up and down the ice. Next thing you know, somebody has scored. You feel like shit. You just want to put a fist. That's why they get so pissed off and fight each other. It's because they need to stop. They're so fucking tired. They just need a break in the action. So they're like, hey, you want to fight? Yeah, let's fight. Fuck. So they just start going at it.
Is there any way I can download this?
Yeah, it'll be available on that.
The only thing as a Canadian I would add to what that was beautiful, by the way, CJ, beautiful that you have your little compartment when you're pulling out your teeth, that you pop them in. So when you go see the dentist, because we don't wear all this equipment, and when we get kicked in the shin, we don't lie down and wait for an ambulance.
It's not like basketball where you flop and you get to sit there and rest for a minute, take 2 shots, and it's nothing like that. I mean, you have to get damn near killed to get a penalty shot.
How about this in basketball, CJ? I feel like we're hijacking this. I apologize, but when they're on the basketball court, and they stop, and some guy goes out with a towel. Like, when is that ever going to happen in hockey? Where a guy goes, oh, there's a little bit of smudge in the pledge. The hardwood isn't.
It's called one of the 2 halftimes that hockey has to have when they bring out the Zamboni.
Well, the refreeze.
You want to talk about a break? How about 2 halftimes?
Oh, no, hold on. They bring out this Zamboni to make it more dangerous because they slick up the ice really good. So they have to make it so it's like fast as fuck to kill you. And then it starts slowing down and becomes safer. They have to stop the action to make it fast as fuck to kill you again.
We're so awesome at this. I feel like I'm in a fucking Stephen King novel.
Hockey is the Canadians' gift to the world to eliminate all the other people who are not intelligent enough to stand on 2 freaking blades. It's their attempt at genocide. That's all there is to it.
Either of you guys watch like movies? It's kind of like this is going way back. I don't know if anyone's old enough for this. Logan's Run.
Yeah.
It's like you're being called to carousel. And it's survive or you're off. You're a runner. You're done. Easiest way to explain it, Chris.
Yeah.
Logan's Run.
But that's hockey, and it's fun.
That's basically growing up in Glasgow.
Okay, so you understand.
You don't have blades on your feet, but you've got them in your hands, and you're taking them to school to stab people that you don't like that sit next to you in class. And to stab anyone that's like a different, like if you're Catholic or you're Protestant, you fight the other one because everyone has for hundreds of years, and it's like now embedded into people that they must fight each other.
And who are you to fucking change tradition?
Yeah. But the fact is, like, it's so ingrained in the culture. They have their own fucking football teams over here so they can hate each other at a sporting event.
But listen, you can debate Christianity all you want, and Protestant, Catholic, whatever. The guy who rolled the stone, he woke on the 3rd day. But according to legend in Canada, Drew, if you could take the stone, the sword out of the stone, you would be king. I actually just saw a movie about it 2 weeks ago. I think his name was Arthur.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you gotta do? You take that big sword out, and you rule everybody. Unless you want to be like who was the other guy who played in Mad Max and he had all that blue paint on his face? Braveheart. He was that.
That's very fucking similar. Mad Max and Braveheart. A fictional character played by a drunk bigot, and A
Did you
real
just call
character played by a drunk bigot.
Did you just call him a maggot or a bigot?
Bigot.
Oh, okay. I thought you called him a maggot.
Yeah, either way.
Same thing, right? Larvae.
Yeah, so as long as you like to drink a lot and don't have any kind of religious affiliation whatsoever, you'll be okay with him.
You know what? I'm starting to like this show. So can you reread the question and then have everybody think back about what we just talked about? I don't think it has anything to do with Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
How does Kim Jong-un fall into any of this?
Nobody fucking likes him, the same as Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Mel Gibson and Kim
They
Jong-un.
both have issues with Jewish people.
Here we go with the religion again.
That's how you bring that together. Okay, so what's question number 2 then?
Yeah.
This one's by the same person, which is always bad to get back to back from this prick. Would you rather spend the night in a legit haunted by demons house or inside Kellyanne Conway?
What the fuck is it with this Conway chick?
So, so there's no option there. He just asked the same thing twice.
Basically, either way, you're spending the night in a haunted place. Either it's a house or it's Kellyanne Conway's vagina.
And every demon's been in either one of them.
Yeah.
Can somebody post a picture of Kellyanne Conway? I know Chris has the ability to do all this shit.
Well, it's not my
I
show.
see a picture, TJ.
I don't know the fuck he's posted. shit
And
on that.
I'd like to see her face, not this freaking Grand Canyon that we're.
I'll see if I can find a picture.
Like, is
Safe search off. And
Yeah, that could be.
fucking hell, you're right, Mad Bitch. She actually comes up.
wouldn't the right answer to this though be I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Definitely afraid of haunted vaginas, though.
I'm really concerned. I'm lost. I don't know who this chick is.
there was a horror movie, wasn't it? Teeth, right? Where there was,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about? Teeth in the vagina, and it's horrible.
I think in Canada the name of that movie was Little Shop of Horrors. Well, there it is. Okay. Can I pull this up? Oh yeah. Oh, she is fucking. I'd rather fuck a million demons before I met even. She's a poster model for a fucking makeup company or something. How old is she? 105?
703.
No, she's like 27, but you would never know by how many people have been inside of her.
She's not 27. She looks like she started on Dallas.
She needs to polyfiller the fuck out of that face, doesn't she? Let's be honest.
Some of
It
them.
looks like her face looks like a sumo wrestler's arse.
Looks
Just
like
saying.
You know what she looks like? She looks like you put Barbie in the microwave.
I feel like we've bullied her a little bit, so we should probably move on.
Okay, so hopefully this guy hasn't asked more Kellyanne Conway.
Yeah, please, no more questions. Yes, I do believe there was a porn movie between Mel Gibson and whoever that fucking shriveled up whore was. Fuck, was she brutal.
Possibly.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
Who would win in a WWE style street fight? Muhammad Ali now, as in Ali,
Yeah.
or Hulk Hogan, shriveled, steroid encrusted nutsack?
Well, since Muhammad Ali is dead,
Yeah, he'd win for sure because he's the demon in
he's-
that haunted house, and he survived that vagina and came back.
He's definitely lined in for the free count. Let's be honest. It's going to be quite tricky for him to be participating in this, unless he's supposed to be zombified, and then fuck knows, because zombies have powers. So
apparently.
Plus, did anyone see the Gawker video for Hulk Hogan's fucking hog? Holy shit. There's nothing shriveled about that thing.
No, his cock is bigger than his biceps, for fuck's sake.
I think John Voight started in that one.
That fucking thing would reach. Never mind. You know what? Let's go back to Kim Jong-un. He doesn't need a missile. He needs Hulk Hogan's cock. It'll reach Alaska.
Oh, goddamn. Wow. Yeah, you probably got a point there.
I don't think there's much that would beat that.
He's got nothing on Tommy Lee. Ask Pamela.
She's still walking like John Wayne.
Yeah, doesn't have HIV. That much is for sure. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, fuck off. That question can get fucked.
Wait a minute. You can't go to the next question. We haven't said who's going to win yet.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was obvious.
I thought it was obvious.
I go with LE, unless the guy got hit by a cock, and then he'd be done.
Which he will in that matchup.
I think if LE was, what did he do? He swam like a butterfly and made honey like a bee. He would dodge Hogan out and win.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to rope a dope that cock, though.
Especially not now.
I don't think he could wear that out.
So what you're saying, CJ, is it wasn't really the leg that did the damage when he dropped that big leg?
Oh, no, he dropped the leg across the neck, and the cock smacked him in the forehead, knocked him the fuck out.
Secondary damage. I got you.
Right,
okay.
Right.
Muhammad Ali doesn't do the floating like a butterfly push anymore. He basically floats like a turd in a swimming pool and just is covered in fleas.
Yeah.
And maggots and all sorts of shit. So are we all going Hogan's cock apparently?
I think if we adjust this question to in their primes, Hulk Hogan's cock versus Ali, I think you still got to go with the Hulk.
Yeah, you still got to have the Hulkster's cock.
Right.
That all-American hero cock is going to take down Muhammad Ali.
Listen here, brother.
Can I add one more sub question to the question though?
Go ahead.
Hulk Hogan was in a Rocky movie, and I also think Sylvester Stallone was in pornos.
Yes, he was.
Which one was?
Softcore.
Whose cock was bigger, Stallone or Hogan?
Allegedly.
I'm gonna pretend like I haven't seen them.
Allegedly, Sylvester Stallone's got like a.
Ooh. Is that why he still has giant muscles into his 70s?
No, that's all the fucking steroids he takes.
Yeah, I know, to overcompensate for the...
No allegedly needed, because he get busted for trying to take them into Australia once, so can't fucking sue when it's true.
Right.
I don't know that the last movie he was in, it looked like his jaw muscle was the strongest muscle in his body. It's just like it protrudes out like alien or something from him.
Well, look at all the people he had in that movie. I mean, you have Jason Statham and all that whole crew. He had to suck a lot of cock in order to get all that star power in one movie. So I bet you his jaw was a little overworked.
See, I agree. I agree the path you're taking, but I was thinking it was more coming from Adrian.
Yeah, took that one out.
I was also going to say, what fucking star power? Because other than Jason Statham, which one of those fuckers has had a hit movie in the last decade?
Well, yeah, that's why I used his name and then I left the rest of them out. But then again, I like Terry Crews. Terry Crews is just a funny son of a bitch. So I'll give him a little bit of credibility just because of his ability to make me laugh.
And Harrison Ford was in the third one a little bit.
Yes, he was for like 10 or 8 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
Again, what was his last hit movie? Along the Star Wars one he was in that he died in. Spoilers.
New Blade Runner.
Is he in the new Blade Runner?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And another Indiana Jones.
Oh, fuck off. What's he going to do? In a wheelchair like the guy from X-Men?
He could make a wheelchair be badass. I don't care what he does.
Yeah. I mean, Harrison Ford is just badass.
Always.
I can't even say something bad about the guy, and I can't even make up something that would be allegedly true about the guy, because it's fucking Indiana Jones, for Christ's sakes.
Right?
He's afraid of fucking snakes. Come on. Then listen, if he's afraid of snakes, he does not have a chance against Hulk Hogan.
You're right. I wouldn't go.
You beat me to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't go anywhere near Hulk Hogan because of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was going to say the only thing I could say that was remotely dodgy about Harrison Ford is he's obviously a massive fan of the TV show Tales from the Crypt, going by what his wife looks like.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
That's mean. Even I'm not that mean.
I'm a cunt. I don't give a fuck. Let's see. There's bound to be something else. That's a question we can ask you.
Oh, no more questions. Fuck, please.
Oh, fucking hell. Here's one that's actually relevant.
Ooh.
It's been a while since you mentioned podcast gurus. Which ones are cunts now?
All of them.
Yep. Same as always. Every one of them.
If you got the balls to call yourself a fucking podcast guru, I got the balls to call you a cunt. That's all I'm doing.
I'm going to go no comment.
Are you not naming one person? That's terrible.
No, listen. Wherever you think you're going to get your most momentum, if that works for you, doesn't necessarily work for me. Do I accept it? No. But I have to pretend I do. And yeah, whatever. Like, have fun. Do if that's where your passion is, it's great. I really don't care.
If you love fleecing newbie podcasters out of their money, good for you. Everyone's got to make a living.
Like, you know what? Yeah. Where the fuck were you in 2009 when I needed help, you motherfuckers?
But look. Here's the thing, though. For as long as I've known DK, from the beginning, it's always been about helping people get started doing this shit for free. Problem with helping.
Hey, listen, you're exactly the same way. So
yeah, and here's the problem: when you try to help people do something for free, somebody will convince. I mean, I don't know what kind of shit that they're taking that makes them such great salespeople, but they will sell them on some shit that because it's free, it's not as good as what they're offering for a freaking obscene amount of money.
Or they say we're crooks and we're pirates and we're, they've got to be doing something shisty if they're doing it for free. No. Fucking work hard and you talk to decent people and you can. I'm not saying not everything's free, CJ. I mean, we pay for the website, we pay for the server, but I use TalkShoe, which I know is not popular, but it's not gone the way of SoundCloud. It's not, like it's been there for 15, 16 years and it's free. And I don't need, you know what? You want me to edit your show? Send it to me. I'm not going to guarantee it'll sound that great, but like, I'll do it for you though. It's like somebody asking me to go to the arcade and play Pac-Man and they'll pay me. Come on, you enjoy this. That's why you're in podcasting.
Yeah, so all you podcast gurus.
Fucking guru. You're a hit today and you're gone tomorrow. Right?
And again, I'm not going to mention anyone's name.
What's funny about the podcast gurus, right? Is they'll use that production of a show as somebody else's show to stop doing their own show. I mean, a lot of these guys that come out and say they're podcast gurus and all that shit, they don't even do their own damn show anymore. And if they do, they might drop one every now and again. Not mentioning any names, but you know who I'm talking about. But if you're a true fucking coach, if you're a guy like Dave Jackson or Ray Ortega or or Cliff Ravenscraft, who have been solid for the last 10 fucking years.
That's an awesome porn name, by the way.
I know. Cliff Ravenscraft, that is an amazing name, isn't it?
I think if World War III ever starts, I am going to be on a show with CJ. I really should go do push-ups or go for a walk, because now you're getting my like these gurus probably don't even fucking shave yet.
Well, I know he doesn't, because he looks like he's got a lump of shit smeared on his chin. But
that is absolutely no way to talk about Scott Doucette. Now, next
no,
question.
Oh, no, he's a Canadian. Come on.
I'm probably now kicked out that group, but fuck it, it was funny.
I wasn't even going at that one, but that was good.
All right, guess we got to find another podcast group to join.
We'll start our own. We'll start our own group. No cunts allowed. Oh fuck! I can't come in it then. There's no cunts allowed. No podcast gurus allowed. That'll be it.
Fuck! God, I didn't even know I was setting you up for that one, and you knocked it out of the fucking park. Holy shit!
You described him to a T.
I just fucking got here, and now I'm blacklisted with you degenerates.
Yeah.
No. Listen, my buddy's name is Anthony Hayes, and he's a good guy. Just because he has no hair, you don't make fun of him.
But he
wouldn't dare.
Guru either.
Here's another question. It's vaguely familiar, but I don't know why they're asking me or any of yous. If you were advising a cunt starting out with a podcast, what would be your best advice? He's actually wrote, what would be your best advice be? Which means he's a fucking moron and can't write sentences properly.
Yeah, I didn't catch the second word, so I know what would a podcast be, but I didn't catch the first part.
Basically, this fuckwit wants to know if we were advising someone who was starting out with a podcast. He tried to be funny by calling the person a cunt to try and fit in with the in crowd, but he's a cunt for trying that. What would our advice be to a newbie starting out with a podcast? My advice would be, don't go to any podcast gurus for advice, and don't go to anyone that looks like this for advice, or to record your intro, as the last guy that asked me to record his intro found out when I did a song for him, which was basically, he's a cunt, he's a cunt, he's a cunt, cunt, he's a cunt. His wife's a cunt, his wife's a cunt, his kids are cunts.
I guess he has no sons.
Do your own damn research, man.
My advice:
Google and YouTube are your best friends.
Just hit play, or record, whatever it is.
You probably want to hit record, or it won't actually, record. It will just be like playing static noise while you're talking to yourself in a room.
No, I thought if you hit play, and then you go, "Geez, that was shit," you're good to go. Nothing was there.
That was obviously my mistake. I hit record and then this shit happened. And if you've heard the first 10, 15 episodes of podcasts I ever did, they were fucking terrible. Tell you.
In all reality, and I'm not being paid for this, I would advise you to call a podcast guru, and they'll set you on the straight and narrow, and then come see us in 6 months.
I would say there's only one guy you should trust. His name is Scott Doucette. So go over to podcastbay.com and hire him right now.
Hey, we're back in the fucking group. All right, here we go.
Maybe he'll sponsor us.
Did he preface the question with asking for a friend?
That was.
I just want to add something else again. Now, I know you're way on the other fucking side of the ocean, but I am in Canada, and CJ's a big guy, and I put him in my corner, but Scott looks like he could get pretty mean once in a while, too. I'm going to back out of this.
He looks a bit
too close.
I think you just put Twilight on the telly and he has a wee cry to himself, and you're good.
He'd back out of the group.
Yeah, he's back out.
Way out of the group now.
He's He's a way out.
There's
Funny,
a
I
line.
actually
There's a
quite
line.
like him, but it's funny to take piss at him.
Yeah. Well, there's a line, and most people like dance right around this area. You fucking went way down over there. You like dance by yourself.
Drew
Yeah.
looks back over his shoulder and goes, "Fuck that line."
Where the fuck are you?
Fuck Mayweather and fuck that line.
Oh,
Yep. Pretty much.
I'll do that last guy a favor. I'll answer genuinely.
Yeah.
Be yourself. That's literally it. Don't listen to anybody else.
Yeah. Don't try to copy somebody else's style.
When's
Podcast about something you actually
Because
like.
I actually have a couple of questions, so I'm going to send them in next week.
It's one of them. How'd you get away with this shit on a weekly basis, and people still come on as guests?
Well, wait. Weren't you supposed to have 2 other people come on tonight?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was actually supposed to have 3 other people come on tonight.
Oh, there
and
you
they
go.
all backed out.
There you go.
That's the mistake of sending links to past episodes to people.
So you've got 1, 2. Well, you're 50%. That's not bad. And it's my first time, so I don't count. So
Yeah, you're a Haver virgin.
yeah. I get
The
it.
retreads.
You got New Jersey and you got South Dakota. I spell that Haver.
That's how everybody in the known world spells it too, or says it too. But in
Thank
Scotland, it's a whole different game, and it means completely different.
So
Over here, we spell it Haver, but we pronounce it Haver because we like to butcher the English language because fuck them.
Because
No,
fuck
but-
the man.
basically, when I go on Thursday and go, I'm sorry I can't come on air tonight. I'm still too mentally disturbed. I was on the Haver show. All right, good.
Yeah. There's nothing that you do on Cave Crew Radio, or that you can do here that would keep you mentally disturbed. Anything you do here is only going to help you with Cave Crew Radio.
True.
It's just going to give you more material to talk about.
I'm going in way more inspired. That like we've gone places tonight on these really cool questions that I've never been before. And as long as I sleep tonight, I think my show will be better on Thursday.
Yeah, it's like how many shows can you come on and talk about haunted vaginas?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that picture scared me. That picture's terrible. I need to wash my eyes with bleach before bed.
Wait till you see the next picture that's queued up.
Oh, no, please. There's more questions.
There's a lot more questions. Yeah.
I thought this was the debrief part of the show where we're gonna like just hang out and have a
Wait, if you put a filter on the rest of the questions with Kellyanne Conway, how many new questions do we actually have?
Well, here's the worrying thing. There was literally like 12 questions that had her in them. They were all from the same guy. They're all from. I'll give him his props. They're all from Donkey Punch for life. But he also does not like her for some reason today.
You don't say.
But like last week, he had a lot of questions about Russell Crowe getting fisted and things. So he's a little
Is that
bit
a
random. I'm guessing.
Are we allowed to ask questions back to the people that asked the questions or no?
No.
Sure, he'll be watching. So
Yeah. Oh, hey, buddy, what's up?
That's
What
fourth
happened?
wall
Like,
breaking.
were you fantasizing fucking her and you got rug burn? Like you ran out of like what happened? Why do you hate her so much?
the good thing is, you've probably just said that to someone who's about 15, because that's fucking you can't fucking tell me this guy.
Like at least I put a warning on my damn show.
We actually have a
You
question
don't like her. You know what?
from.
My neighbor's 40 and she looks like she was 72 when I was 13. I understand now. You didn't explain that to us at the beginning, though, Drew.
I don't explain shit.
Now I understand. It's like me looking at Betty White. Okay, I get it.
Hell, I'm only 13.
Oh, well, you You got some good testosterone in your blood, boy. Except for on top.
Yeah. I was going to say, I like you were all glossing over the fact he just said he looked up Betty White. That's got to give you some haunted imagery.
Hey, tell him.
It is.
Listen, I don't know if he can hear me. If not, text him and tell him I once had a threesome with Betty White and Carol Burnett. And I saw the original Grease at the theater.
Those things are completely connected. Lynn Brunette has actually asked a question. So Chris will be able to answer this one first. You guys always talk about the male podcasters, good or bad. What about the women? Which ones do you like, admire?
Good question.
And I'm not fishing for anything, just so you know. Of course you're not. Chris, you go first.
To be honest with you, I don't listen to women's podcasts. It's not anything about the sexes or anything like that. It's just typically their topics aren't topics that I really get into.
They don't have enough cock in.
Now
they don't talk about Hogan's cock.
Wait.
Oh my God!
I'm the only guy here that hasn't seen Hogan's cock. Apparently, Damage is the one that brought it up, and he even freaking talked about the video that it was actually in. So, it's all about the cock, huh?
Who's seen it and dreamt about it?
Right there, you go. So, I don't listen to a whole lot of ladies' podcasts. So when I reached out to Lynn to ask her to be on the show, it was because she showed up as the most professional women podcasters that I knew of. Of the 4 people that I had kind of picked to approach about doing a project together, Lynn was the only one that really kind of stepped up and stood out.
My favorite woman's podcast is Metal Thunder Radio with Big B.
Oh yeah, got it. Yeah, that is the coolest woman podcaster right there.
Yeah, it's a really hairy one, but no, I don't even know if you guys have heard of this show, but Monica Homburg, she's from Vancouver in Canada, and she does the Dirty Deed, she used to call it. I don't know what she calls it now, but she's a comedian. I think she's living in Toronto now, but I always enjoyed I like comedy. I like people that make me laugh. It takes away from the real world.
Steve, you're up. No pressure.
I got nothing.
We just hate fucking women. Why do you think the name of my show is fucking Cave Crew Radio? There's no women allowed. It's like the fucking clubhouse you used to build up in the tree, man. Stay away. I'm not going to, what's her name? Where did Charlie Brown used to go and pay the nickel?
To Lucy?
Yeah, the fucking scammer. Pay me a nickel, I'll give you a psychological. Yeah, sure you will. You'll fuck me up for life, bitch.
We at the show I dive into the podcast group, but on our show we interview a lot of filmmakers and things like that are women, not so much podcasters. I don't know if that's just nobody's reached out to me or whatever it is. We usually do cinematographers, filmmakers, writers, independent people, and most of them are women.
What genre?
All genres. Last one we did was a documentary.
They really, yeah, because they think everything right out, eh? The women. I think, you know what? And even if someone posted today, they go, news stations are dying now because they're probably unreliable and shit. But some of your best shows, like some of your best documentaries or news shows or whatever, are women. Because I hate to say this, and hit pause. Sometimes
there's no pause.
I've hit pause. Don't worry. Just say what you were going to say.
Sometimes
I'll cut it out later.
Don't you think, though? Sometimes they're a little bit more rational than us.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck! I'm a feminist now. Jesus Crow! Look what you did to me.
I once woke up in a field and punched a cow. Women are a lot more rational than me.
Did you just say you punched a cow?
Yeah, it was.
You didn't say the way that cow was looking at him. You know,
When you wake up in a field disoriented and you're still pissed from the night before, you see a cow's face, it freaks the fuck out you, so you punch it.
That sounds about right. I can, yeah. I'm in the Midwest. There's a lot of fields with cows in them. We always wake up in punching cows.
Okay. Listen, this
favorite
is,
hobby.
This is going to replace the night before Christmas. Can you guys tell me the stories when you punch cows? I'd love to hear this.
Well, I'm just kind of the thing about punching cows that I think is kind of funny is you had to have been in that field for a purpose. What do you think? There are some fucking sheep in the field or something? Is that why you were there?
No, what happened was I don't remember leaving the pub. So
And the field just looked like a nice place to lie down.
I'm imagining I tried to walk home in completely the wrong direction and then just gave up and went to sleep.
Okay, timeout. I'm calling a timeout here. CJ, you know how fucking gullible I am. Did you guys really punch cows? Like, come on.
I wouldn't put anything past Drew.
I've done some weird shit. I've got to be honest. Yes, I have actually punched a cow. The worrying thing was it didn't even fucking buckle its knees.
So you couldn't even knock the milk out of her.
No, fucking thing just looked at me.
Let me
Like, is that all you got, you little bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm standing. Let me guess. She went moo.
No, I think she did a massive shit, which made me get up very quickly.
Listen, if you're up till 3 a.m. right now, my show starts at 2, so you're going to be really happy. You got to come by and see us sometime.
Yeah, anytime.
And you can ask CJ. I think he'd fit in, right?
Oh, I think
you fucking prune juice. Put down the prune juice. You're doing a show.
I'll answer Lynn's original question best I can. I will listen to, not every week or anything, but I do listen to Between Us Girls, which is quite a good, they've got good chemistry. There's one, I think it's called Braless Podcast or something like that. I listened to when the host joined the PDC and the episode listening was really good. So there are a lot of really good female podcasters out there. There's a Scottish podcast, which is quite hard to get unless you go on their website. It's called Zenga's Not Home. And it's about these 4 girls that grew up on a council estate in Glasgow, and it's how they kind of moved away from that rather than being caught up in the usual shit they get caught up in and staying in the same place their whole life. So that's what that's about. It's quite a good one if you can actually understand what the fuck they're saying, which for a Scottish person is fucking difficult at times.
You know, all you've done is complain about Glasgow. You should try living where I live. I'd love to be in Glasgow.
No, you wouldn't, because 1, you pronounce the name of it wrong every time you say it, so that would get you bottled. 2, you have an American accent, so that'd get you stabbed.
I'm not American.
3,
I'm Canadian.
In Glasgow, that's American. Sorry, it's like if you're from like the Scottish side of the borders, you're considered English because you live too close to England. So we're quite a weird place.
So a good analogy would be Andy Murray.
Andy Murray is like a guy who seriously needs a fucking personality transplant.
Yeah, he's like Bruce Jenner. He goes just about everywhere.
Okay.
Except on a Wheaties box. I mean...
Yeah, I think he earned something like £70 million last year, so good for him. Your career's went to shit since you became world number 1, but yay! Earn the money. But you're still a dick.
Is a dick better than being a cunt, or is that less than...
It's like one step up. One step up. I would never interview him on any show because he's got no personality and I couldn't be bothered with that. So like speak for like 2 minutes, and then I would just be like sitting going when he talked. I just wouldn't give a fuck.
So anyway, my favorite woman's podcast is they're great.
Yeah. Why did that sound so weird when I said yeah? It sounded like I was being sarcastic, and I fucking wasn't. No, I sound like a douche. I sound like a douchette. Some fucker has written, "Can I get an amen?" Go fuck yourself.
Hey, listen, who would be the Joe Rogan of female podcasters? Is there one? Like, I'm just trying to get where we are on the.
Well, I know like Tina Fey has a podcast, and she's a heavy hitter. You could.
Amy, what's that? Amy
Poehler.
Yeah, Amy Poehler's got one too.
Yeah,
He's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
If you're mainstream type women podcasters, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't know either. I apologize. I'll listen.
It's a good podcast. So I did listen to a couple. I did not listen to the one where the guy wearing the whatever that thing is, the girl's costume or girl's clothing. I didn't listen to that one yet. I'll probably listen to that this weekend to see what their opinion of a real metrosexual man is. But Between Us Girls is actually a pretty good show.
I've heard a lot about that one. So yeah, I'll go listen. I'm going to listen.
Yeah. I'll give it a listen.
Yep. I got to admit, like 10 years ago, I thought a metrosexual guy was a guy that liked to fuck trains. Apparently it's not.
Choo Choo Stew. Hey, we need Choo Choo Stew to come on and verify that for us.
He is, everybody please say hi to Choo Choo Stew. He is, I'm only here because of him, trust me. Say hi to Choo Choo. He's watching the replay.
So is he English?
He is in London, and if you don't know Choo Choo Stew, then why do you have me on the show?
If he's English, Choo Choo Stew.
Oh, I remember why
on the show.
I know why I'm on the show. 3 other people canceled.
No, you're the only one that didn't cancel. That's the funny thing.
The joke's on you.
No, God, I want to come back again. No, Choo Choo Stew, folks. Facebook, I don't know, Google him. He's a star. He's the one that makes me keep doing what I do. I just,
So
I do kind of like
your
you, right?
brunette.
I just ask the questions and just spews out.
Are we all plugging our co-host now? Chris makes my heart flutter. Chris Arrangio, you're the best.
He's got a Hogan cock.
I love my co-host, Booze.
Booze.
Now, I feel like I'm out of the loop here. So, CJ, you got a new show.
Yep.
And Drew, you have what, 2 other shows or just the one?
Well, I've got a podcast that's currently running and another live stream show that's going to start soon. So yeah, 2 other shows. I also do this gets like edited into being another show on YouTube. So
You're a podcast guru.
No, I just use a lot of shit like multiple times to try and get more hits on it. So basically, I'm a scam artist.
Yeah, he's a podcast.
So podcast guru, yeah.
Guru.
You're not wrong.
That's why I fucking hate them. How do you describe yourself to people? As podcasters, radio hosts, entertainers, or what the fucks?
I'm going to go second on this one.
I'd branch off what the fucks. I usually say I'm a funny fat fuck, so there's that.
Yeah, that works.
I why I really think I still do this. I love to laugh. I'm not funny. I'm definitely not the funny one. And I just like to ask questions and listen and learn. And like I told you earlier, this show seems so much like my show because you just hear stories and I don't know. TV sucks. Let's put it that way. TV sucks. I'm a narcissist. I like to look at myself naked in the mirror. Over to you, CJ.
Okay, so
Do you like to look at him naked in a mirror, CJ? That was the implication there.
Yeah. That bridge didn't quite.
Has he been sending you dick pics? Is basically what we're asking.
that's
Is that why he's called DK?
Yep. It's that short. You're right.
it's Hogan.
There is no INC. I apologize.
So yeah, no. I guess I just tell people that I'm an online broadcaster anymore because you say, "Oh, I'm a podcaster." Oh, what's a podcaster? But if you tell them you're an online broadcaster, they're like, "Oh, okay." They know what a broadcaster is, and they figure, well, you do it online. Well, how do you deliver it? The next question is, well, where do I find it? Oh, Facebook, YouTube, iTunes. Just tell them all the different places they can find it. Oh, so like podcasts and stuff like that. Yep, that's exactly it. And it just makes it easy. But I actually wrote some stuff up the other night that described Drew and Steve. And Steve, I wrote this. I said, okay, so from the Ranting and Raving podcast crew, hailing from parts unknown, because the dick didn't put any information on his Facebook page, and it sickens me to say that Steve Stamich Hainit is one of the funniest son of a bitches that I've had the pleasure of meeting in recent times.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then for Drew, of course.
This will be flattering.
Chris just has cunt written down.
On a brown envelope.
I don't understand.
And for Drew, I put, coming to us all the way from Scotland, he is the creative genius behind the Terra Firma network. He's no stranger to rolling out the word cunt from time to time to describe his guests, and is most likely the one who has pissed on the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Drew Carson.
Can you add punch a cow to that? I would definitely add punch a cow.
I gotta add punch, and the guy who's fucking punched a cow. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's how I describe Steve and Drew. Now I have never been able to actually properly introduce DK, and I really wish I would have had the opportunity.
Don't you dare!
I wish I would have had the ability to properly introduce DK, but I never did get that opportunity because I went all batshit crazy on him one time, and got a little bit butthurt because he down for the show. I did issue a public apology, and I don't know if he ever saw it, but in case he hasn't, the apology still stands, and one day I would still love the opportunity to actually officially introduce you on a show.
My response to that is I still have Chris's cell phone, and I'm gonna stay up late.
Bastard.
I'm gonna stay up late tonight. And as a matter of fact, I do believe by your cell phone I can trace your address, and you're gonna have some food delivered tonight.
Oh shit!
In all honesty, guys, listen, it was a miscommunication as far as I'm concerned. It's water under the bridge. I haven't lived this long by holding any grudges by any means. The most fun, well, I shouldn't say that because I'd be, negating all the other people that come on the show, and we have a ball. But whenever Chris is on, we have a great time, and we've had a lot of fun. And that's it. Like, fuck off. It's none of your business.
I think, Drew, I have a tagline for the Haver. It's where we mend fences and burn bridges. And I just went through puberty mid sentence there. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was
Congratulations, your balls have dropped.
Thank you. I'm gonna go test these puppies out.
You just sounded like you got hit over the head by Hogan's cock. Oops.
It's not the first time. That's why he's bald.
Yeah.
He used to have a mullet.
Talk about rug burn. Talk about rug burn, eh?
Yeah. There's a reason why you can't see the back of my head.
Okay.
I just describe myself as Drew. I don't describe myself as what I do. That's borderline retarded in my opinion. I do this job, so that defines me. No, fuck you.
Now, you have to remember who this is coming from, Drew. This is the first time I've done a show with you, but I find you absolutely amusing and hilarious. And I do have to press my headphone against my ear every time you talk, but I'll get used to it. Give me some time.
Yeah, I think you're a funny cunt and all.
I'm thinking a cunt is a good thing, unless you're that whore that had the big one that swallows everyone.
It's, as I've said before, it's how we basically say hello in Scotland.
Right.
That means he loves you.
Yeah, I'm hoping you're calling me like a really, really tight cunt, like one that would bleed.
Yeah, you are the virgin cunt on this show.
Good. Okay.
And there's a possibility if you came to Glasgow that you would bleed because you keep saying glass cow. Where the fuck do you get the cow part?
You're the one that punches the fuckers, not me. I didn't even know you had cows in Scotland.
Yeah, we got all sorts of weird random shit. We've also got like curtains on walls.
You guys have a Wi-Fi?
Fucking barely.
Can I ask a question? I know the audience is supposed to ask one, but I'm going to take privilege here. Guys, we got New Jersey. We got, I'm going to say fucking North Dakota, and I'm going to be wrong, so I'm going to say South, right, Chris?
Yes, sir.
South. And we got Scotland. What is the weirdest question anyone in the audience has asked you about your country? And I'll be honest with you. People are like, how do you keep the bears away? Do you really live in an igloo? Do you have Wi-Fi in your igloo? I'm 5 minutes away from Detroit. We have summer here. Just filling you in. I'm just curious.
Like, 5 to like 7 years ago when Jersey Shore was the thing, that's all you heard. Oh, so, wow, you're not like those people. It's like, yeah, that's a very small faction of people that's actually like that. Most of us aren't greaseball dumbasses.
What was that girl's name? Spooky or
Snooky?
Snooky, that's it. Snooky. Whatever became. Hey, is she your neighbor?
South Park did a great rendition of her. You should check that out.
She lives in Kellyanne Conway's haunted vagina.
Yeah.
She's the demon.
I know. I know if I could ask anyone in Scotland anything, I'd just ask them if they played bag. No, do you really wear underwear under? No. Have you ever punched a cow?
The answer would be yes.
Yes.
But no, you must get a lot of strange, because you must have a lot of listeners in the States and
pretty much, yeah. A lot of the questions we get is stuff like, have you ever went and hunted a haggis? No, because it's not a fucking animal. It's called a haggis. It's in an animal no fucker usually eats, but we decided was, fine dining. And we'd have it once a fucking year.
I have a Scottish question. I don't, because CJ's going to tell me about spam or something, but what exactly is that part where you blow the air in the horn, the bagpipes? What exactly is that made of? Where you blow the air in the bagpipe, like the
wood, probably. I don't know. I don't play the fucking bagpipes. I'm not a fucking racial stereotype. You smell a
At least
fucking
not that
bacon.
part.
Just smell a bacon and don't swear because you're too much of a pussy. That's what people think of Canadians, man. It's not always true.
We're the nice people on the plane. Okay, I gotta hear CJ because he's probably had some weird questions.
Actually, I can't understand a fucking word either one of you are saying right now because everything's all freezing up.
Yeah.
I'm asking, what's the weirdest question you've ever been asked? Being from north's the other way, South Dakota.
So, I don't get weird questions. We're in the middle of the fucking country. Nobody gives a shit about us enough to even want to know anything about us.
It's because they're too busy flying over.
Right, exactly.
Never mind Hulk Hogan and a zombified Muhammad Ali. If a guy from South Dakota and a guy from Scotland faced off in a cow punching contest, who would win?
Well, the guy from Scotland, he'd actually punch it. Most guys from South Dakota would try to fuck it. It's a good from Minnesota, though.
You beat my joke that I was going to tag on that. Like, Drew doesn't remember fucking the cow the night before.
He probably slapped the cow, and I don't remember the girl's name. I'm sorry. I'm the only one that doesn't remember that fucking girl's name from question 1, but he probably slapped her and said, "You swallow me inside you, you fucking bitch," and punched the cow.
Talking about Kellyanne Conway, by the way.
Conway, yeah. Whatever her name is. Trust me, I've been trying to forget her since question 1.
Well, we didn't see her picture until question 2.
That's when we decided she had a haunted vagina.
Judging by the question, though, CJ, I kind of knew I didn't want to go there.
Yeah, no kidding.
We actually have a rebuttal back from Donkey Punch for Life on your question about him if he was like whacking off to a picture of her. Apparently not. He just randomly put in "fuck, marry, kill" into the search engine he was using, and the first person that came up was Kellyanne Conway. So that immediately devalues his comedy input for tonight. So go back to fucking your mum and let the big boys have a conversation here.
You have been deleted.
Oh, wow. Kid's going to be scarred for life.
Gonna be, has been.
Yeah, right.
Fucking listens to my show every week. He's got to be scared already, isn't he?
Look, if you're really 15 years old, I think Mary at the schoolyard would be a lot tighter than Conway.
For real.
There's a lot of jokes you could make there about a lot of celebrities agreeing with that, but that's where I'll not go, just in case I get sued.
I'm in another country. I'm good. And I also disguised my IPN or whatever. Is that what it's called, Chris? IPN?
VPN.
Yeah.
VPN,
Yeah, that's only people that are slightly dodgy do, but okay. What have you been up to?
Hulk Hogan's cock.
He owns that website now.
It was just released. It was just released in HD this week.
The VR.
That's next week.
Hulk Hogan banging a fat man's wife.
What's he doing? Fucking life?
Catch it on Hulu.
I can't even remember what that guy's called. What's the guy called whose wife he fucked that filmed it? It's like his name's similar to SpongeBob, but I can't remember what the fuck his name is.
Oh,
I all I know is everyone has fucked Triple H's wife.
Oh, that's a given.
What's her name?
Stephanie
Mick. Here you go. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Shane. Sorry, I get them mixed up.
Shane's probably fucked her too. I don't know.
Well, Vince probably has.
Oh, look, and if there's a 50 listening, we're really in big trouble here.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
See, SpongeBob. It was close. He's like an unfunny radio cunt, isn't he? Don't really know much about him over here.
No, nothing.
Here's a random one. Why was the X-Files so shit when it came back? Because it was shit the last 3 seasons it was on before it left.
Nostalgia.
I didn't mind it when it was on originally.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were both out of time. No, yeah. Remakes are usually shit.
Her face doesn't move anymore. It's quite freaky. She should really star in a lot of horror movies. She could be the new Michael Myers. Right? She's there with a haunted face that just has the look on her face of what happened to my career. I would have been better off just having cum splattered on my face on a daily basis in the porn industry rather than being in this shit. So she has that look on her face. And David Duchovny is like just come from his trailer where he's had cum splattered all over his face for free. And that's the X-Files.
It's taken me an hour, but I caught every single word of that sentence.
It's because I was talking about cum.
Yeah, cum is obviously a universal word.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is kind of why a lot of stuff I do gets either pulled from iTunes or I get threatened with it being pulled. I don't give a fuck. So,
how many fights have you had with iTunes over your content being yanked down?
When my first podcast, I had 27 episodes pulled that I couldn't get back.
You couldn't get back?
Have you been approved for iHeartRadio yet?
Fuck no.
I'm wondering. I'm having a hard time. So that and Spotify, they don't seem to like me too much.
Spotify doesn't really do too many podcasts, do they?
They're getting. They're starting to. They're.
Tell me no, so I feel better.
Oh no! Listen, none of us are on there, so don't worry about it. But no, they're starting to pick up more. They're realizing it's. Well, you might be, but you've gone mainstream now.
Who?
You.
Oh hell no! We got on one station, and that's only because Lynn works for it.
You're not supposed to give secrets like that away. You're supposed
I didn't even know. I didn't even know that's why we got on that station. And then all of a sudden, like a couple days ago, they make the freaking announcement that she's now the business director. I'm like, no wonder why we got on that fucking station. Shit, I thought we had a good show.
You're like, oh, we're so good. And she's like, no, I got your back though.
You're so good. They gave her a job at the station to keep you around.
That's
what you tell the fans.
Yeah, you spin it however you want to spin it, but that's
how you fucking spin stuff.
See, the four of us
spin part of podcasting.
You know how you spin that? You're on the radio, and I want to be. So you're doing.
I don't give a fuck about radio.
You know how you get?
I don't like modern music, so fuck it.
You know how you get on the radio? You get on Brian's ass to get you on the fucking radio because Brian's other show is on a fucking radio station.
See, you guys are like a million miles away ahead of the game. People ask me, they go, "What would be your greatest analogy of your listenership on podcasting and live talk radio you've been doing forever?" It's kind of like talking to my wife. No one listens.
I was going to say crickets.
Yeah.
No comment.
I love my wife.
Actually watches us.
Listen, my wife wouldn't watch me. If this is the thing, right? Friends till the end, death till you part. Honey, I'm on the radio. Oh, good. Peace and quiet. Go fuck yourself.
Oh,
pretty
man.
much. I've known you like an hour, and I'm thinking the same.
You got to make a name for yourself somehow, and some of you guys try to be popular, and I'm going the other way.
I don't give a shit about being popular. If I wanted to be popular, I wouldn't have slagged off so many celebrities that have been on my show.
Please tell me there's one more question. I really like this show.
Here's what I don't get. You know, there's some guys out there in this podcast game that they work their asses off to get even a B-level celebrity. Then you got
Me.
you got jackasses like Drew, who calls them cunts and bitches and fuck offs, and he gets all the fucking big name guys. Like, come damn. They say, hey, can you put this person on the podcast?
I don't know why. It's fun.
The trick is you got to be a fucking asshole, apparently.
It's like getting girls. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I think the trick to it really is, and this is for anyone trying to start a podcast, don't be like trying to be best friends with publicists, because publicists are scum. Just treat them like the scum they are. Like, when they send you an email that isn't even professionally written because they think you're a piece of shit, fucking write back to them and say, send that again in a professional format.
Ooh.
Shit like that gets you bigger stars.
Damn. There's the nugget of truth right there.
Also, have a fake assistant. My assistant's my dog. So all my stuff that goes through publicists goes through Nappy, which is my dog. That shit just makes you look more professional.
That's incredible.
No, that's beautiful.
That's brilliant.
Look, Drew, on my show, all the characters are figments of my imagination. They're not even real.
Problem is, if I use my dogs, they both have names that sound like strippers, Trixie and Foxy. I mean,
I call mine Ziggy. Someone's gonna want to roll a joint.
You got strippers working for you? Yeah, they're both my assistants.
Yeah. Looks like Sadie's about to get herself a Gmail account.
Fucking works.
We love all you podcast gurus out there.
No, we fucking don't. Don't lie.
No, CJ.
We only like Scott Doucette.
CJ, this is when you're supposed to go wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, I ain't waking or nudging anything because that's that is so funny.
If all of you guys were to host a show together, what would it be called and what would it be about?
Punching cows, for sure. I've always wanted to do a show on punching cows. Ever since I was little, I remember the story of Why the Chicken Crossed the Road, and I really didn't give a fuck because there was a kid painting a face. I think it's a fence. I think his name was Tom Sawyer. I'm not anyway. He punched a cow. So I think the show would be about punching different kinds of cows, like Angus, prime rib, New York, T-bone.
Punching cows and fucking Sarlaccs.
And Hulk Hogan's cock. That would cover a long way.
I'd like to do a show called Celebrity Street Fight, where we basically just get 4 celebrities and we beat the fuck out of them in a street, but they don't know that they're in Celebrity Street Fight till it happens. So we jump out, say Celebrity Street Fight, and then just beat the fuck out of them and then run away. That's my idea for a show.
I like it. And here's what makes us all so sick is I would listen to that show.
I'd participate.
I would really, yeah. If I could help out in any way, I'm pretty good at Sam Broadcaster, and
you could commentate. We'll get the first celebrity we'll beat up will be like Vern Troyer, because you got to start small and then work your way to big. So you start with Vern Troyer, you work your way up to Dennis Rodman. It's all good. The only thing is, don't make Rodman bleed, because you don't want to catch what he's got.
Or do you? Because I feel like he's going to live till he's 200.
It isn't fucking tiger blood.
Charlie Sheen. Oh, fuck. Here we go.
It's the second time in a week I've heard tiger blood references. Fuck.
Do you know, CJ and Drew, guys, listen, I once interviewed, I don't know if you guys remember, but Charlie Sheen lost his mind. What was it? 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And I had one of his finalist interns, and it wasn't Cave Crew Radio then. I was doing Double Talk Radio. And this guy was as jacked up as Charlie. It was, Charlie was, I went and saw him at the Fox Theater in Michigan, actually. I saw his little play he did or whatever it was, and I loved it.
Oh, I love Charlie Sheen. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't think he was serious. He was making us think he lost his mind, which, judging by the company I have tonight, I think we all have anyway. But he really did a facade. Like I don't know. You guys, do you think it was real or?
I think I'm on the other side of that. I think he just found out that he was HIV positive and he just lost it.
Went batshit crazy and said, "Fuck it."
I don't know. Someone as brilliant as him, I think it was a stage show. I mean, because when we come on these shows, I mean, this is improv. You're doing a great job, Drew. You kind of catch us off guard and shit. But when we're doing a show normally, we're in somewhat character.
Boo. Yeah, like that.
Right? In somewhat, we're in character. I think he was completely in character when he did that.
I think he was too much off his tits on cocaine to be in character when he did that. If I'm totally honest.
I think it was like landing on the moon, man. I think it was one big show. Just like
I think he thought he landed on the moon because of how much fucking cocaine he was doing.
Listen, I'm not saying he's not wasted. I'm not going that way look, I'm not arguing with you guys. The guy's fucking nuts. But what I'm trying to say is what I think, this is just my opinion. He never broke character. It was like he was on what's that movie and they do the Hangover series with Chang. He was like Chang. That was his normal. He didn't break character. And that Chang guy is actually a fucking character in real life.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is something to that because he got fired from 2.5 Men, which at the time was crazy successful, and then he just got like a great deal with FX instead. So maybe there's something to that.
But look at it this way. So you and I are doing a show.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes a breakup is worth $1 million. I don't think he broke character. That's just me. I think it was all an act.
Not when the breakup's from CBS and he's getting paid like $20 million a season or whatever it is.
But the guy started in fucking Wall Street. It was a Grammy or whatever those fucking awards you guys give with the gold statue. Winner. The guy's worth.
Beat Prince for the Grammy that year.
I don't know if
just being a dick. Sorry.
If you're making the character go further, giving yourself value in the future, I don't think he broke character.
I think he had a mountain of coke. He had the Mount Everest of coke, and it fucking snorted him. That's what I think fucking happened.
Suck like a coke.
He reached the fucking summit.
I think he had somebody writing this for him the whole time. And
wasn't it one of the fucking 2.5 Men writers? Because that was shit. Not funny. And is it just me? It was ironic that the half man was like 4 years in, fucking taller than the two of them. So who was the fucking half man at that point?
That's way before anything ever happened, though.
Where does he get his writer from? Because if that was all written, that guy should have been getting like some big fucking series off the back of that he'll never get credit for. No fucking writer there's no writer on the planet, I can guarantee you, that doesn't want credit for something that's good. I've had my name taken off of stuff because it was shit. So if you find anything that has the name, they used to have a particular name that everyone then worked out. So at the moment, they're using John Lewis, which I think is quite funny because that's the name of a fucking shop in the UK. So it's like, oh, they went to a fucking electric shop and bought a fucking script. But that's the name they use now. So you'll find that name on fucking loads of shit because some writer went, yeah, take my fucking name off this piece of shit. But there's no writer that if something's a hit is like, yeah, take my name off it. No, they're like, put my fucking name on it. I want my royalty checks. I want my fucking all the money I'm going to earn from the DVD sales, all that shit. Not that there's DVD sales of Charlie Sheen until he dies, because his funeral's going to be a massive fucking DVDs, like double disc edition.
Maybe in Scotland. I don't know about anywhere else.
No, I think
I love Charlie. I think he's awesome. I think he's, and I'm not disagreeing that he's wasted, like he's hammered, but he's funny. He's very funny when he's hammered.
We got more questions. Fucking hell. If this was an episode of Catfish, oh for fuck's sake, which one of you fucks would be Neve? Which one would be Max? Which one would be the dipshit that got tricked? And which one would be the catfish?
I never watched the show.
Fuck is catfish?
I'm with you, buddy. You want to do paper, scissors, rocks between you and Chris, or
Catfishes.
Did he list, like, is there different characters on the show and they all have different tendencies to be catfish?
There's the guy who's metrosexual but doesn't shag trains. There's another guy who's a filmmaker. There's usually some guy that's like, I met this girl online, I've known her for 5 years online but never met her in person or had a phone call with her, but I'm in love with her. Help me find her. And then they find out it's either some big fat bird that, like, they have to take the wall of her house off to get her out, or it's a guy that lives down the street from him. So that's the
one. That's. And by the way, next time you ask a question, please don't call us fuckers, you fucking cunt.
This is the polite questions.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, if we weren't catfished, he could call us fuckers because, you know.
I don't see any of these shows. I don't know. I'm the one that fucks the fat chick. That's okay. At least I got fucked.
That was a weird ass question, even for this show.
That's a weird ass answer.
Yeah. This one might. Oh, fuck. I get this every week, but I never ask it. So the person just keeps doing it every week. So we're just going to breeze through this one because I can't be fucked with this arsehole asking me this question. See, next week, don't watch.
Hey, that's Donkey Punch, get fucking real.
Who would you cast to play you in a movie?
Me?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I want anybody? I guess Charlie Sheen.
Hulk Hogan's dick.
What was the name of that girl again?
Kellyanne Conway.
Yeah, her.
Actually, Hulk Hogan's dick would have to be Drew because Drew's like 6'11", so to be anatomically correct.
Well, fuck, yeah, Vern Troyer fucking play me then. Holy shit.
I wasn't going to say, but yeah. Here's a good one. If it's raining cats and dogs and they all piss themselves, what's the piss called?
What's the what called?
The piss, because the dogs and cats are the rain. So what's their piss called if they piss themselves when it's raining cats and dogs? This person's put a lot of thought into this question, which is quite sad.
That's really deep in a.
Could you play Jeopardy music right now, please?
Cave Crew Radio question right there for you.
Yep. I ain't got a fucking clue. I'm going to just say acid rain.
Purple rain.
There you go. Man, purple rain. Raining cats and dogs, they piss. That's purple rain.
That's a good one. And you know what? When all else fails, I'll go Milli Vanilli and I'll go sunshine and rain.
And you couldn't tell you were miming there. When you going to have another trick on, it's like a sausage party each week. Fuck off. I think 2 weeks' time, there's another woman on. It's hard to get them to come on a show where they get the host of the show says cunt every 2 seconds. Fucking hell, man. He's a grip.
But you know what? if you talk about Hulk Hogan, I think they'd be more inclined to join.
No,
Have we not brought that up enough?
you need to get a woman on the show who is willing to ride a Sibian while she's on the show.
Yes. That would be really cool, actually.
Fucking what's that cock block's name over in New York? What's his name? That shock jock, cock block, shock jock, all the same thing.
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern's had it happen, so fuck, you should be able to get it done.
Let's make it happen. So it is written, so it shall be done.
And if we can't, we'll just get CJ to do it.
No. You got to turn the camera off then.
And
It's
the,
on
and
every
the,
other episode he makes. Well,
That work? Will that work?
there you go.
Hey, look, Hogan's cock with a black condom on it.
Remember the person is, why do we listen to podcasts? Whatever that question was, because I like having nightmares at night. That's why I do this. It's you know what? I'm not into mellow dreams. I don't sleep well. I like nightmares.
Yep.
CJ doing, oh fuck.
I mean, where else can you get somebody pantomiming Hulk Hogan's dick? What other show? Just the Haver.
The microphone. Yeah.
Do you think we could sell this to the WWE network or no?
No, because I've said horrendous things about Vince McMahon before, so no.
Oh, well, so is every other wrestler in the association.
I've also done like a list of the people that are in the company that I think are pussies. So
So who do you like? Ryback?
no, because he's a pussy.
Oh, okay. At least he's not a cunt. See, he's elevated.
He might be a cunt, but he's a pussy. He's a fake fighter. Fuck him. Talking about fights, we've got a question about McGregor versus Mayweather, and the question is, who gives a fuck about McGregor versus Mayweather?
You know, I do.
Anybody who likes boxing or MMA, I suppose.
Yeah,
would be
I
the
would
real
have
answer to that.
I think anybody who likes something that just exposed on the media, like today I read an article that what's his name, McDavid got knocked out by a sparring partner while trying to learn boxing. Who knows what's going to happen? They're both making what, $100 million? Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. They're going to put on a show.
No, they weren't.
Is
It's
it
gonna
fixed?
be a boring ass fucking show fight.
Is it fixed, CJ, or not? I think they're going to dance around each other.
It's not fixed, but it's not going to be a good show either, unless McGregor fucking knocks him out in the first 30 fucking seconds of the fight. It's going to be a shit.
It's gonna
show.
go. Yeah, it's gonna go 15 rounds, decision to Mayweather,
It's
and
going to
the
go
fight.
points.
If it goes down to, I think with strength, McDavid would eat the fucking guy alive. So is he?
So do I, but McDavid ain't fighting. It's fucking McGregor.
Whatever.
McDavid's the name of the cow that Drew punched.
Yes, or the hockey player in Edmonton.
I would definitely fuck up Mayweather.
It's 4:00 in the morning in Scotland. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, because Mayweather would be punching your kneecaps, Drew.
No, but wait a minute. Do you not think he's going to go for his legs and try and take him down and choke him out? That's his best chance.
I fucking would, because that's funny, but that's just me.
But you can't. It's a boxing match.
Yeah, it's a boxing match. But you know, if they wanted to make this something to talk about, then they'd go 3 rounds and fucking Connor would just say, fuck the gloves. I'm going to knock the fuck out of this bitch and just take his ass down and start pummeling his ass.
Punch him like a motherfucking cow.
I want to know, like, my whole thing was, I thought it sounded a lot more interesting when it was going to be McGregor's stand up, so he was going to be able to kick and punch. Mayweather was going to be able to kick and punch, although he can't fucking kick because he doesn't know how to. And it was going to be a lot more interesting to be in like a kickboxing competition, but Mayweather's people soon like put the kibosh on that because it's like he'd have got fucked up. Now it's a boxing match. You've got one of the best boxers in history versus a guy who's never boxed before.
Right.
Because that's a fair fight.
He just wants the
And
clean 50 record. He just wants 50
Yeah.
wins, no losses, and then he can go away. So please win and go away.
Well, here's the thing you don't get though.
When is the last time he's actually been tested, though? I'm not up on
Pacquiao.
that. Who was the last guy that actually beat him? Big Show?
Here's the thing about that fight. They're 145 pounds, but they're going to fight at 152 pounds. That way they can push them into the 10-ounce gloves. If they fought at their actual weight at 145 pounds, they would be required by all boxing associations to wear 8-ounce gloves.
Right.
Because Conor hits like a fucking anvil. They moved it up to the 152-pound class so they could push them into the 10-ounce gloves.
So you're saying it's fixed. Merriweather's going to walk away.
The rules are skewed in Mayweather's favor, but like I said, if it goes 3 rounds and Conor can catch him, Conor's got a chance. But if it goes over 3 rounds, Mayweather's going to fuck him up.
As long as Mayweather stays at the corners, he's fine.
Okay, so you guys seem like you know what you're talking about, because I'm thinking this is a prize fight that's staged, but will they set up a rematch?
No.
I think Mayweather's done after this.
This is one and done. That's it.
Yeah, he wants 50 and then he's gone.
Yeah.
And Conor wants a legacy.
Conor wants a big payday so he can retire.
Did you guys see the pinstripe suit he had on?
Yeah.
I think it was in Toronto, right? And they did a close up and it said "fuck you" right down there.
Yeah.
What an awesome suit.
The press conference in Brooklyn was the funniest thing ever.
I don't give a fuck less about either one of these sets though. They can just go the fuck away.
Oh no. We're back there again.
I'm going to be a complete spammy fucking post this in the PDC.
I got to be honest with you.
And just say, wait for it.
The only one that ever sent me $5 for a tomato was Scott.
Oh, did he?
No, he didn't. I'm just kidding. But
I remember when you were pulling that shit.
I'm sure he would though. I think I had him hooked.
Listen to your show.
Those were really nice tomatoes.
Fuck.
Do
they listen to anyone's show?
No, he's the only guy that goes on everybody's show. He doesn't even listen to the show that he's on. He just
yeah.
I don't think he listened to his show when I was on it.
No.
Until he went to edit it and then went, fuck, can't put this up.
Have you guys all been on the Bay?
Yeah. Well, I have. I know Drew has.
Well, yeah, I'm new. Maybe I have to earn my keep.
Yeah, you
won't get. You're associated with me, so you'll never get on that now.
Shit.
That is you lost out on the possibility of like 5 people hearing you talk. So,
damn, that's 5 more than I usually get.
That's 5 more than I usually get on this.
I told you guys, I download my show 20 times just to get over double digits. And again, you can't download from the same spot. So I'm going to all these Wi-Fi places like fucking Dairy Queen, A&W. I'm going to listen to Cave Crew Radio.
Sits down at Starbucks. Boy, those guys are real funny, eh?
You should hear these guys. They're a hoot.
I know someone that bought downloads from China. 80,000 of them.
Who?
You promised you wouldn't say anything. Wait a minute. You and I.
I'll give a name because he was supposed to be on this tonight, and I was going to fucking call him out on it on the show because that would have been funny. But fuck him. He's called John Barry, and that's what he did to get his show to shoot up fucking iTunes and everything. He bought 80,000 downloads for his first episode from a company in China.
Can I have a drum roll, please? CJ?
What?
Rating worth what?
I'm still like blown away that I didn't realize people could actually do that.
Some idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to do that. Holy shit.
Oh, listen. As soon as we're off air, I'll send you the link. Okay, just why do
We
you
all
think,
do it. You ain't cool unless you buy downloads from China.
exactly? Why do you think I'm a podcast guru? It's not because I have a cock the size of Hulk Hogan's.
Well, you've got one thing most podcast gurus don't have, and that's an audience or talent.
Yeah, but your audience gives the best questions.
That's because they're borderline special needs.
Borderline.
I was being polite.
And I'm really taking abuse of being on the show here, but here's my question. Who would win between Mayweather, who we've all decided is the odds-on favorite, in what was that chick's name again?
Kellyanne Conway.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't matter because even if she won or lost, she would say she won because that's what the Trump administration does, isn't it? They just come out and go, "We won." They're like, "You've lost America. Like you've been invaded by North Korea. You're now under North Korean rule." And he's like, "We won. I'm still president." That's what I think of Donald Trump. That's as political as I get.
Okay. I'm Canadian, but then, if North Korea took over, then Dennis Rodman would be president. That would be cool.
Well, you'd have another guy with funky hair leading the country, so it's not really any different. And he likes to do dictator shit as well, so would you notice? See, the problem we have in the UK is we have a female prime minister, so we're not actually allowed to slag her off much, or we're called sexist, but she's inept as fuck.
Did you just call her a prime minister?
Prime.
Oh, okay. All right. See,
it's not like she's prime she's prime minister. That's the job title.
Hey, she Brexited all the way out, man. She's awesome.
Well, she actually voted against it because it was David Cameron that was prime minister then, and then he fucked off because he's a cunt, and he's a cunt that fucks dead pigs. I don't know if that story flew across the Atlantic. Yeah, apparently there's a ritual at the college you went to where you get a pig's head and you make it the dead pig's head suck your dick. Apparently they do that at Oxford.
What's with the Queen's husband that he won't go in public anymore?
He's retired. He's a retired bigot.
Okay. Oh, he's a bigot.
This man has lived in the lap of luxury for like 70 years, living off money given to him by people who are starving on the streets, so he can have another gold
give him a break
ring and another gold. Yeah, give him a break, man. He's had a hard life. He's like the most successful Nazi ever. Give him a break.
Oh, now they're calling the royal family Nazis.
He is a Nazi. He was a Nazi sympathizer.
My grandfather was in the Irish Republican Army, and I think he would have loved you.
Probably not. Nobody fucking loves me.
Not even your dog or your assistant.
No, assistant fucking hates me. Blame her for everything. He didn't send that fucking email out again. So we'll do one last one to wrap it up. Let's see if we can find one that doesn't have any racist writing on it.
Oh, okay. Good luck.
That sounded Drew scrolling continuously.
Just ask us what our favorite color is. That's
as
green, no blue.
As George Romero died this week, famous for Night of the Living Dead and all the Dead movies. Do you think they'll dig him up to be in the next Dead movie as a zombie?
Well, he's not the guy that stars in all the Marvel movies. What's his name? He just won't die.
Stanley.
Stanley.
Yeah. That fucker won't die. I just went and saw Spider-Man with my kid. He's still hanging out the window. He's got to be 104. He's got to be older than fucking Noah. Come on.
I despised how he puts himself in every fucking Marvel movie.
I'm still waiting for Jim Henson to show up again, but no,
he would need a puppeteer to operate on.
Yeah. I was going to say he could be the puppeteer that operates George Romero.
Yeah.
And go down the line.
George Romero, he was, you know what, with all this shit they got going on with the CGI and all this stuff nowadays, but he was a genius. I let him rest in peace.
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit in poor taste, especially when I'm doing an episode on him for my podcast this week. So that was a bit shitty. We ending on that. Game of Thrones. What did you think?
I don't watch Game of Thrones. No,
didn't fucking watch it. So that's what I think
listen
of
to
it.
podcasts, mainly women that think they're gurus.
That's a genre that they really should look into.
Yeah, women podcast gurus. I think I'm going to start a business as a sub guru, and I'm going to get some women that are podcast gurus. And I think if we really push this and transgenders, we could go along with, guys, come on, let's form a partnership right now. We could do this.
Guruception.
I'm too busy watching Game of Thrones.
I'm too busy leading my cult. My cult's called the Cult of Cunt. every couple of days I make them drink the Kool-Aid so they all die because they're arseholes and I don't like them, so I get a new batch in.
That sounds exhausting.
Sounds like Jim Jones.
But it's always good to have new cunts laying around.
Yeah. And they're just like Bill Cosby likes them. Lying there, not moving.
lying around.
How come we haven't made a Benny Hill joke yet?
I think we should probably wrap this up before I get fucking...
Do we have to say allegedly after that, or is it pretty much a done deal at this point with Cosby?
Yeah, fuck Bill Cosby. He'll die before he fucking sues me.
I have one more question. Who's guiltier, Bill Cosby or O.J. Simpson?
Well, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, all the juice did was steal his own memorabilia back.
You know, here's the thing, though. The whole thing with if it don't fit, you must have quit. Well, they tried to put the condom back on old
Hogan.
OJ, it was the black guy. He had a bigger dick.
It didn't fit either. So. All right, so we've talked about Hogan's cock, we've talked about Bill Cosby, and now we brought in O.J. Simpson. We're all going to hell. We're going to get sued, or something's allegedly might bad happen to us.
There you go. That's the name of the show that the four of us do. We're going to hell.
Yep. Everyone see who they are and what the fuck they do so we can get rid of this.
Have you ever heard the song Three Little Angels? No. Three little angels all dressed in white trying to go to heaven on the end of a kite. I'm watching Bill Cosby, Charlie Sheen, and fucking OJ. Who's the last one?
Hogan.
It really depends how many people that
Hogan's jacking the beanstalk. That's not fair, man. Hogan's jacking the beanstalk. He's
yeah, if Charlie Sheen gave like multiple people AIDS before he realized they had it, that's attempted murder. So you have to weigh it up.
Can I make an assumption that you really don't like Charlie Sheen?
I actually like Charlie Sheen. I'm just a cunt, so I just talk shit about anyone.
Okay.
So,
CJ, tell us about your show.
Okay.
You can catch Grit and Grace TV each weeknight on Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern at facebook.com/Grit and Grace TV. And you can also catch us on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on Mile High Radio. Just going over to the iTunes store or the Google store, you can download that Mile High Radio app and listen along with all the other great shows they have on the app.
Name them.
I don't fucking know them all. We just got on there, man.
Hey, sorry,
and now you're gone.
Yeah, right. But yeah, well, watch I-95 Sports. I-95 Sports is actually the only show I know because it's my favorite show to watch.
And by the way, it's not Apple. It's Apple Podcasts now.
Who the fuck cares?
I don't know. Ask a guru somewhere, or the punch the fucking cow. That's a female.
Where's Scott when you need him?
I know. But where can we find you at there, Steve?
Okay, DK, you can go next.
Oh, I thank you. Guys, if you like what you heard tonight, I don't think
Yeah,
you'd be off
deranged.
the path. I think that you'd be pretty much on track listening to us, but it's really easy. Facebook, Twitter, webpage, Cave Crew Radio, cavecrewradio.com. Come and check us out. We have a good time. I'm here in Canada. We got Big B from Queens, New York, and we have the one and only Choo Choo Stew from London, England. And I think we're going to start asking questions. I kind of like this format. I might steal it.
I probably stole it for somewhere, so go right ahead. And Sandwich?
It's Ranting Podcast, the Ranting Raving Podcast. We're on iTunes, Patreon, everywhere. Just search Ranting Podcast and you'll find us. And I hope you enjoy.
And I host the Terraformer podcast, and I don't want any of you to listen to it because you're all cunts. Bye.